you start going on that. Nathan Harness, a big welcome to the Yeomans Community Stadium, Longmead, home of Tunbridge Angels. Great to be here. How are you feeling?
Yeah, pretty happy. Looking forward to it. I think it's been in the pipeline for a while. But I'm glad it's got something over the line now, and yeah, I'm happy to be it.
Well, let's talk a bit about that, Nathan. How did it come about? What were the circumstances of your move here?
So I knew about it probably a couple of weeks ago. It was more in the background at that point. I think I'd had a couple of offers from different teams, but I think from the get-go, my heart was set on Tonbridge. It felt right. I had good conversations with the gaffer and the staff in and around the place, and I just got that gut feeling that I think this is where I wanted to spend my time.
Yeah, great stuff. Now, some Angels fans might know you as a previous goalkeeper of Maidstone United, but obviously you've had a bit of a career before that, so extensive experience at Charlton. Let's just hear a little bit about your journey from almost from a youngster to where you are today.
Yeah, so I grew up, I was at Stevenage Academy when I was really young, and then I left Stevenage, I went non-league. Played non-league at quite a young age. I just turned 18, was a bit fresh and a bit raw. Made my mistakes then. And then obviously come through the ranks, went on trial at different teams, and then found myself at Charlton. Obviously signed my first professional contract at Charlton. Come through the 21s, eventually was in the first team. Played 7-8 games at professional level for Charlton in the Papa John's at the time. Made my debut there against Ipswich at Portman Road, last game of the season, which was a great experience. And then left Charlton and then went to...
Just stop you there, mate. Who were the managers you played under at Charlton?
So it was Lee Bowyer, Johnny Jackson, Ben Garner, Nigel Atkins.
Quite a turnover of managers then, wasn't it?
Yeah, but all them managers were really good gaffers to me, and they were really good people as well.
So you went from Charlton to...
Yeah, Charlton to MK Dons.
Yeah.
Spent 2 years at MK Dons, was 2 really good years, and then obviously start of last season left MK, and then wanted to find a new challenge somewhere that I could really kick on from and play week in, week out, and obviously that's where I found myself at Maidstone.
How would you describe yourself as a goalkeeper? Different types of goalkeepers. We've seen the position of goalkeeper really change actually over the last few years. I mean, the feet is a very important part. How would you describe your own game between yourselves?
I'd like to say that on the pitch I'm quite a personality. I'm not afraid to make a decision. I'd say I'm a brilliant shot stopper. I command the box well, and I think the range of distribution that I can offer is good as well, short and long. Managed to pick up a couple of assists last season from direct kicks, which is always good. So yeah, I think that's definitely something I can add to this team.
Yeah, and your height is obviously an asset. When you walked in here, people thought he was tall. How tall actually are you?
So I'm 6'4", but I wasn't always this tall. When I was a young kid, I was actually at Ipswich for 7 years when I was 8 till 15, and they released me because I was actually too small. So then I got 17, 18, I started to grow, my legs become really long, and then long legs, small body, and then eventually when I got a bit older, my body caught up with my legs, and now I'm obviously turned out to be 6'4".
Yeah, we've seen the quality of the crosses at National South level really improved now the last few years. The balls into the box. So we talked about being commanding in the box. That's a really important asset now, isn't it? Always has been.
Yeah, of course. I think that's something. When the ball's on top of you in the box, it's like, especially with corners nowadays, you see it at the top level, and there's so many bodies in and around you. It's sometimes it's difficult to come and affect it, but I'd like to think that if the ball's in and around me, then I'm not going to be scared of coming out and dealing with it.
All right, Nathan, bit of an elephant in the room here. The last time we saw you was the Kent Senior Cup final, Maidstone beating the Tunbridge Angels. I think you and Alfie Pavey got to know each other quite well that night.
Yeah.
Have you reflected on that at all? What's your feeling like?
Yeah, look, it's water under the bridge now. Look, it happens. It's part of professional sports. Heat at the moment. Like I do completely get it. It's just one of them things where obviously tensions were high. It's never nice being on the losing team. So now I've took a chance to step back in the moment. Obviously it wasn't ideal, but I've stepped back, had a few thoughts about it, and look, it's water under the bridge. Like there's no hard feelings. If I saw him tomorrow, I'd probably probably shake his hands and ask how his day's been.
Yeah, because you could be playing in the same team as Alfie.
Yeah.
Is that a problem?
Look, that's part of football. Look, that's never going to be a problem. Like, I'm not, if I'm in the same change room as him, I'm not going to ignore him. Like, he's going to be on the same pitch as me after 3 points on a Saturday or a Tuesday. So if anyone's in that change room with me, look, I'll respect and treat anyone the same, and I'd like to think they'll do the same to me.
What would constitute success for you at Tunbridge Angels this season, mate?
Definitely playing in a competitive team. I've always been someone that's been in and around like the mix in terms of like the playoffs, like doing well throughout the season. So I think a successful season would be in the playoffs. That might sound quite ambitious, but I think all the stuff that I've heard about this club, like, it's going in the right direction, and it's definitely something that I can see being feasible.
Nathan, again, a big welcome to you to Tunbridge Angels, and we hope you have a fantastic season.
Thank you very much.